Hey guys, welcome to another video with Mickey's Tea. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified once I post the next video. This is the second part to Pennsylvania. This is Hershey, Pennsylvania. Today we're actually going to be visiting like the Hershey, like the actual chocolate company. And as we are on our way over, just wanted to give you guys some tips if you are going to visit like Hershey World and actually do some of the events. They do have like a bundle that you can purchase. You do want to purchase your tickets not too far ahead, but ahead, so that you'll be able to get the bundle, because then it'll be a cheaper price on the website. Also, we had went to get something to eat at Wendy's. If you had watched my previous video, we did visit one more thrift store this morning before we went to Hershey World. As you guys will see, like even in this video, in the last video, I do focus a lot on like the street names, the street lights, because everything is like in one accord. Everything is like, you know, they understand the assignment. Like they really make the town like it's a candy town, which is just amazing. Hey guys, so we're basically finally here. We did not do like Hershey Park, we did Hershey World. The roller coasters are made out of like wood, so I was a little bit iffy about that. It was a little difficult to find parking, but we did, all the way down there. Well, welcome to Hershey World.
Oh, this is my new go-to though.
Continue. Oh,
no more strawberry. Lemonade.
Hey guys, so the first thing we did was the chocolate tour, which is actually free. So the chocolate tour is actually free. It's just like a history timeline as to the Hershey himself, and the history behind the chocolate, and you know, like the whole story. It just has a whole lot of history. It was free, and then at the end they gave us like chocolate, which was like really yummy. But yeah, definitely check the Hershey tour. It was very informational. So right after all of the goodies with the Hershey logo and everything in it, as you guys come off the tour, they do have like a few food spots that you guys can eat at. We did already eat at Wendy's, which I'm sure was way cheaper, but yeah. So next we did the 4D like chocolate making, and then well, which one was this? This was like create your own chocolate. Yeah, we was creating our own chocolate, but I feel like for us to really like I feel like everything was like pre. It wasn't like you can really It was cool making your own chocolate, I'm not gonna lie, which you should experience this. But I just felt like, you know, I should have a little bit more option. So I feel like I should have more option. I feel like every step is like 4 option, and me and my big brain, I need like 100 options. But again, it's only so much that the little chocolate bar can hold, and I think that's why. So when we went to the 4D chocolate, we couldn't record, but when we did like create your own chocolate bar, we could have recorded, which was so cool. It's like the process of making a chocolate, but this is just like a few chocolate. So imagine like the big factory that makes millions and trillions of chocolate. So afterwards, we had went up to meet with my sister in Geneva. Geneva is vegan, so a lot of the stuff like the chocolate and stuff, she can't really eat them because they have like milk in there. So we just came outside. This is like the entry to like Hershey Park. Like I said, we did not do that because those roller coasters are made of wood, and it looks like the wood been there for a little while. And then we went and did another activity, and then we did the tour. So the tour, I'm not going to give too much information because it'll be great if you go ahead and do it. It was such an experience, and I don't want to give too much to spoil it. But I did learn some very, very important thing. Hershey and his wife couldn't conceive children, and he ended up opening like a boys' school for like the boys in town, and then like the history of coming up with the names, the history about the kisses and how they was like hand wrapping them. We saw like the school, the boys. It is open to like boys and girl now, but before it was only for boys. And then I believe like one of the boys that was part of the program, 1 or 2, if not 3, was CEO of the company. That was like Hershey's dream, that the boys will grow up to lead the company. It was such a great tour, honestly. And then we had like so much candy. We had candy like throughout the whole tour. Also, the one that we did was like kind of like a funny, like a skid tour. They do have 2 options. There is like a longer tour, I think it's like an hour, and the one that we did was like 30 minutes. So there is like a longer tour. We got to see his house. We got to see the house. I think this is the house. Yeah. So this was where Hershey and his wife was. They lived. This is his property. I believe no one is living there right now, but this was the property. And then we just, drive. We saw the factory, like just like a glance, nothing, nothing. But again, like it's just the like the whole town is like, it's Hershey world, okay? But yeah, it was such a fun tour. I would definitely advise that you take the tour, whether it be the short tour or the long tour. Just take a tour around the city, because a lot of these things, like, we didn't see them when we was driving and didn't know the history behind each and every one of them. And you know, the tour was just so informational and it was great. Thank you so much. OMG, guys. So as we are walking out of Hershey World, and I see these beautiful, what is this? The flower. Oh my god. And then we was hungry, so we went out to get some food, which was very, 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 very delicious. If you're in town, definitely check them out, okay? And then, because the trip was coming to an end, me and my little sister decided that we was gonna go to the pool. It was very last minute, but it was okay, we didn't go to the pool, the outdoor or the indoor, so we ended up visiting both. I didn't go to any gym, I didn't go to anything, but each building had a name. Which I thought was so cool. So we ended up, next day, early morning, we checked out and did the drive over to Washington, D.C., Maryland. I think they're all the same places, one light. But yeah. So somehow, someway, we was on the road, and then all of a sudden, I guess the GPS turned off the highway thing, and then we ended up in neighborhoods. We had grabbed something quick to eat. And then my sister wanted a little drive around DC, so we ended up doing that. Just a little quick drive around DC, no stopping or anything, because we did have our flight later on that day. So we were just driving really quickly around DC, really quickly, just a little glimpse. Can I just say that I love DC, I love Washington, Oregon, it's just such, history. I just had so much stuff to do, so much stuff to see, so much stuff to learn about. I just wish that they had like more like food, actual food spots, instead of all these trucks that, you know, be outside and the food is not even that good. Unless you know a good food truck, let me know down below, because when I go there, the food is don't be kicking for me. It don't be kicking in for me. And then we ended up at the mall. Somehow, someway, we ended up at the mall. We were just walking around. The mall was close to the airport, so it's like, why not? Why not? So we ended up at the mall, just walking and window shopping. My sisters ended up finding some stuff at Macy's, and we got that. Mind you, now our suitcase was already too full of stuff, but somehow, some way, we gotta make it fit. So apparently there was like ground stop, and we ended up not flying out that day. Our flight was moved to the next day at like 12 p.m. We ended up renting out a motel, which was like horrible, but that was all they really had. And we're happy. We had fun in the trip. We didn't want to ruin anything, and we just fly out the next day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a next video. Thank you guys so much. God bless. Bye. Love you guys.